Go, Pack, go. Aaron Rodgers was surgical as the Packers took down the Cowboys again, 35-31, and improved to 4-1. Stephen A., what happened?
What happened? That
what had happened was
bad man that he is. That's what happened. We all know what happened. Aaron Rodgers came to the rescue to ruin the Dallas Cowboys Sunday afternoon. Yet again, the Dallas Cowboys put up 31 points. Yet again, it wasn't good enough. This time, however, they did have a 21-6 lead, if I recall correctly. And then all of a sudden, here comes Aaron Rodgers, okay? And then after they sit there and they took the lead, the Dallas Cowboys come back. They pull with it 28-24. Then they can take a lead 31 to 28. Why? Because they're running it down Green Bay's throat. Ted Thompson, Mike McCarthy can't seem to find a defense to save their lives. And as a result, they leave it all on the shoulders of Aaron Rodgers. I got to the point where I actually tweeted during the game, the Green Bay Packers are getting on my last damn nerves, because why are you wasting time letting the Dallas Cowboys march down the field and run out the clock the way that they were doing? I was praying that the Dallas Cowboys would be dumb enough to score earlier, which they ended up doing exactly that, because even though there was 75 yards to go with 1 minute and 13 seconds left, that was absolutely plenty of time for Aaron Rodgers to do his thing. There's a 3rd and 8. You've got a 3-man rush. You got 2 linebackers. One of them was spying, but evidently they forgot they were a spy. They lost their way. They had mental errors. Aaron Rodgers was able to scamper for 18 yards, and then the next thing you know, get that first down. So one time he goes to Davante Adams and throws it at the backside. He misses it. Davante Adams comes right back and says, try it again. Same exact play. What do? They do that this time. The bad man that he is, Aaron Rodgers, sat up there and threw the perfect pass, which surprised absolutely no one. This kid Lewis, God bless him, couldn't defend Adams on that particular play, because nobody could have defended Adams on that particular play, because the throw was perfect. And as a result, the Green Bay Packers ended up handling their business. The Dallas Cowboys' mental errors on defense, it offset what they were doing with their running game. It offset the heroics of Dak Prescott. And as a result, they lose yet again. I would love to tell you Donovan McNabb and Max Kellerman. I would love to tell y'all I'm surprised, but I'm not.
The whole thing about it to me is sickening, because of, it seems like everything was premeditated. I mean, from last week, he had the military men and women at the White House taking pictures for photo ops and talking about these are our true leaders of the world. And then all of a sudden you send Pence to go to the football game, which the question for me is because it's starting to get out of hand at this particular point. Say if the 49ers did not kneel or they didn't so-called disrespect the flag, would Pence have stayed for that particular football game, or would he have left? Because he was scheduled to be somewhere else hours later. So this to me was a little bit more than a publicity stunt for Donald Trump. He needs to be truly focused on something else, because for me, being a former football player and an alumni of the NFL, we're totally missing the point of why this all started. And Donald Trump has definitely hijacked this whole deal with the help of his friends in the NFL. Most of these owners who continue to vote for him and then also donated $1 million to his campaign, because now it puts pressure on their shoulders. If Roger Goodell gets put in a position now where he's kind of in a corner to make these guys stand for the national anthem, there's going to be more turmoil that happens in the NFL than what's going on right now. To me, it just seems like Donald Trump is either guiding people on his side or making you want to just follow along with the NFL. And that is totally disrespectful to the players that have played the game. That is disrespectful to the players that are playing the game now. And that's totally disrespectful to the rest of the sports in general, not just the NFL, but the rest of professional sports in the world today. And so to me, I just think it's totally disrespectful for what Donald Trump is doing. Yes, he is our president, and we follow along with whatever he says and whatever he decides to do. But, I mean, it's totally getting out of hand at this particular point, because like Stephen A. said, we're truly missing the message in which this all started. It's become watered down. So now, for the people who got upset about the actual protest in the beginning, if now football players now start to move into another avenue of trying to get the message out, it's just going to create more problems going further. Aaron Rodgers is a guy that, when you talk about some of these great quarterbacks that have played this game, it's all about 3 plays in a game that really changes the course of it. And if it was with his legs, if it was a throw that probably shouldn't have been fitted in, or maybe was it a guy that when the ball's in his hand at 3rd and long to make that deep pass to get the first down? Listen, Aaron Rodgers is the best quarterback in the NFL. We know that. But we don't have to go all extended into he's the best to ever do it. Max, relax.
Who have you seen better?
Everybody relax.
Who have you seen better? Donovan McNabb, he's like Donovan McNabb 2.0. Who have you seen better?
I'm not trying to put myself in that category, but I did some very special things myself during my career. But I will say this, who's done it better? Tom Brady's got a handful of rings. I mean, no matter how you look at it, you're measured by your wins and losses. You can do great things on the football field, on the basketball court, on the clay, whatever it may have been. But if it doesn't translate to wins and championships, it's still something to be said about that. Now, so I'm not taking anything away from Aaron Rodgers.
You just said he's the best
in
the NFL. You just
said
Brady is in the NFL. He's playing.
Do it, Max.
He's playing.
Max,
he's playing very well.
Listen, you act like he is the first guy to invent mayonnaise sandwiches. Like he's the first one to come with sugar water. He's not the greatest to ever do it. He's not the greatest to ever do it. He's doing great things right now.
But then when I ask you to name one better, I agree. Brady's the GOAT based on accomplishment. I'm talking about achieving the highest level of play. When I ask you to name someone better, you take a guy who's playing very well right now, Tom Brady, but you already said Aaron Rodgers is the best in the NFL right now. That means better than Tom Brady.
But listen, first of all, the man's 40 years old, and he doesn't have any interceptions, and he's had the #1 offense in the league in Tom Brady.
He's a bad dude, no doubt about it.